Hi, welcome to Bajerski YouTube channel. Normally this would be on my crystals channel, which is a new channel. I don't know if you've ever been to it, but if you fancy a little bit of a different energy, then nip across to Bajerski YouTube channel, Crystals. You should find it on YouTube there. Anyway, today I'm sat here thinking, why don't I have a chat with you guys about my daily life and what normally happens through a day of Bajerski. And what I'm looking at here you can't see, so I'm going to show you a little bit. Tip it forward. So you've got a few amount of crystals. We've got some crystals on here on this table. This is what I work with from day to day. It's kind of lovely to just sit on a nice wooden table, feel the energy of crystals, put energy into them, put love into them, and get them ready for markbajerski.com for a crystal that chooses you. And that's how it works. It's a great day today. So I'm going to share a few of these crystals with you. First of all, I'd like to introduce you to, you probably already know, but the crystal of crystals is Moldavite in my world. The crystal of crystals for absorbing negative energy is Tektite in my world. And the crystal of crystals to amplify other crystals to be even more powerful is a beautiful Herkimer diamond. So how did I come to this conclusion? Well, a decade and a half of working with crystals, I started realizing which crystal I was pulled to for whatever reason I was working that day. So if I was working on somebody who was deeply emotionally in trauma and it was coming from the stomach and the back, I'd always find myself pulling towards a Tektite. And Tektite was that kind of crystal that was absorbing the negative energy from my client, so I'd always place it on their stomach or behind their back, depending. And I realized that I was wearing a crystal when I was working at big shows and events, and it was always Tektite. I just felt drawn to Tektite. The more I work with crystals, the more I realized their power and their gift of healing. So Tektite basically was with me. If you ever knew me 16 years ago working, if you ever saw me at the shows in London or wherever I was in the world, you would see me wearing a huge Tektite. What I found in between the time of my healing to my psychic work was I was looking for certain crystals to heighten my awareness. It was only by accident that I met a lady who started showing me things about myself, which is beautiful when you start to see yourself in through other people's eyes, because we don't often look at ourselves, right? We don't often see our gifts. Somebody normally tells us and then we shy away from it or say, no, that's not me. Well, embracing that moment, this lady gave me a Moldavite, placed it in my hand, and it basically changed my life. I was so intrigued by the energy and what I felt from it that thereafter I realized this is the most powerful crystal in the world. What I found that when I was working on a psychic level and a healing level, meaning psychic attunement to people's lives, where they're going, their future, their past, I was always drawn to using the clear and beautiful quartz from America, which is this beautiful diamond. They call it Herkimer. And I found that this Herkimer was always up against the Moldavite. So it was like strange, because I'm doing the healing work, I'm feeling the energy from this beautiful Tektite, I'm doing the psychic work, which I feel the power of the Moldavite, and this Herkimer diamond was amplifying both crystals in a unique way. So for some years thereafter, anybody who ever met me saw that I was always wearing these three crystals together. It came to a point where somebody said to me, which are your favourite crystals? And I said, it's really difficult to say because each crystal has its own unique energy for whatever you're doing that day. But for me, as a psychic and a healer, I would recommend Herkimer, diamond, Moldavite, and tektite. All three of them together serve a purpose of what I've just described. And from that moment on, as Bajerski.com grew, as I was working with crystals as I do every day, I took a brave step and thought, would it work if I put all these three crystals together in a pendant? And so I did. And I did the prototype not so long ago, maybe a year ago. And I was a little nervous, and I got them ready, and I worked on them all as I do, because individually I'll work on the tektite, I'll work on the Herkimer, and I'll work on the Moldavite all separately. And then when I'm happy with them, I send them away to be mounted. So they came back, and it was kind of like, okay, here we go. So I said, listen guys, this is my recommendation if you want to start to attune to your higher self, if you want to meditate more, if you want to heal yourself more from the deep and painful stress in the stomach, if you want to attune yourself to spirit and your higher intuition, if you want to go an extra mile and really head towards an extraterrestrial unique energy that nobody's ever felt, if you want to amplify yourself and feel clarity, then this is what I recommend. From that moment on, after creating this particular crystal that you can see here, which I wear around my neck too, same, I've got to say it's been the most popular and the most sought after trio that I've ever handled. I handled many trios, but this is the one. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I love your messages. This morning I received another message saying that they've never attuned as high in their life. It's helping balance me and so many wonderful things. So that is what I'm working on today. So my latest trios are here, which I'm now just finishing off, put a little bit of extra energy into them, hold them, and then put them ready for the website, which they'll be up maybe Monday, Tuesday. The other crystals that I'm working on today are some beautiful crystals. One here is what we call a room crystal. So I work on this crystal, leave it here for a few months, and then work on it. And this is a very beautiful fluoride, and it comes from the UK, and it's from the Diana Marie cave. It's really beautiful. And what's fascinating about this energy is it's a very healing energy for physical, and it's also very powerful for heightening the room's energy for meditation. It also has this uniqueness: when you bring it into the light, it turns purple, and when you bring it into the more of a darker area, it goes very translucent green. So it's very unique in its own beautiful way. So it changes colour. Fabulous crystal. Other crystals, here's one which is called Blue Tiger. This is a fantastic crystal from Africa. And this crystal works so well on freeing your soul. Some people feel that their soul is trapped. This crystal helps awaken your soul. And all you need to do is leave it in the room. Again, it's another room crystal, or you can hold it in your hand and meditate with it. It's a beautiful crystal, it really is. It's gorgeous, I love it. And it's got such calmness, and when you hold it, you feel deeply at peace. Other crystals, this is a very beautiful piece of blue lace agate. Again, this is another piece that I'm working on and should go onto my website soon. But look at the intricate, gorgeous, natural formation of that on Motherstone. It is divine, purest at its form. When you hold it like this, you just feel the energy run through you. Again, it's another crystal to bring calmness if you suffer with anxiety, stress, negativity, which is happening right now for a lot of people in this world. This blue lace is very, very powerful. So yeah, that's another one. This is one of my favorite crystals as well, and very good at the moment. I'm feeling for 5G negative energy. It's a really powerful crystal to absorb and repel those kinds of negative energies from your Wi-Fi. This is pyrite or fool's gold. It's a beautiful crystal. Again, working with this, it has great energy not only for that, but it's got great energy to bring abundance. Abundance of love, happiness, joy. So it's a great abundance crystal. It's not all about wealth. It's about abundance of the good energy of life and love. Wealth is only merely an illusion, but trueness, the real abundance is joy, inner peace, happiness, balance, calmness, all of those wonderful things that this crystal brings. As a child, I had a piece of this without even realizing it was my mum and dad's, and I used to go into the room and just sit and look at it and touch it all day long when I needed a little bit of love. And if I felt a little bit lonely or I felt not very happy, I'd go into the spare room and just touch this big piece of pyrite. So even as a kid, I realized I was drawn to it. And thus, the other day, I realized, you know what? I really now need to focus my energy on sending children crystals as a gift. And it helps them through times of sadness, times of difficulty. So what a perfect time for Bajerski.com to share through his receiving of business to be able to give back to children and help them awaken their senses to crystals. Another piece that I've been working on today is spectacular. You can't see it, but it's spectacular. This is green tourmaline on a very beautiful piece of clear quartz. It's slightly clouded, but it is quartz. But it's gorgeous, and here the matrix is beautiful as well. It's just phenomenal. It's a great crystal to work with in your hand. And here's another example, slightly different, but of the same green tourmaline and quartz, but you can see it's slightly different in color and they are unique. Here's a beautiful crystal from India. Love this crystal. And this beauty, have a look at this one. This is an amethyst slice with absolutely divine. So I try and choose from a whole bunch of maybe 1,000 of them, and I take my time and look at them and feel them, and there you go. You can feel that, right? Here's another amethyst, and very cleverly placed piece of citrine. And that's it. That's today's work. I'm working on these today, uploading them and enjoying them. And a very, very special crystal here as well, which is a clear quartz pointer with Moldavite. These have been extra special. People are loving these right now. They work really well if you're really into the psychic work as well. Brilliant, real clarity crystal, and helps open you up to other worlds. I guess that's it. It's a great day to share my work with you. Often I spend most of my time talking about how to strengthen our body, how to see life, how to grow, how to get through certain challenges, especially now on the lockdown. I hope you're all doing fine. I hope you're doing well. I think it's a good time to go inwards. I think it's a good time to meditate. It's a good time to work on your spiritual self, grow stronger, because through all of that, you find yourself becoming your own guide, your own teacher, your own voice, and channeling when you are at your most peaceful. When you're meditating or working with crystals, you'll find yourself becoming more aware of things that you never saw. Thus, you have the answers to life. And one of the biggest questions that we ask is, are we going to get through this, and is everything going to be all right? I can tell you with my hand on my heart, it is, and everything is going to be fine. And you will ask yourself, how did I get through that time when we were all locked up for them months. The question should be, how am I going to cope with the in-between? And once you say, you know what, I think it is about the in-between and I need to really work on that. Once you overcome the fear of what you're going through and realizing that everything's going to be fine at the end of it, then you can utilize that in-between time to make a difference in your life by healing yourself, strengthening your immune system, eating correctly, exercising, and taking care of your mind and your heart as best as you can. Cleanse yourself, clear yourself with crystals, clear yourself with beautiful oils, clear yourself with the tools that the shamans use and the ancients use. That's what I have on my website. That's what sells the most at the moment, because people know that negative energy touches everything and sticks to the walls. So what do you do about that? You go out and you buy sage. You cleanse your house thoroughly by watching one of these videos on here, the second video, most watched video. I think it's the second or third most watched video. And it's how to cleanse your house of negative energy. Once you've cleansed your house of negative energy, you find that your energy becomes stronger, because if there is negative energy around your house, you will feel that and it will cause a low vibration. So it's hard for you to lift yourself up. You go into any house and people are fighting and you can feel it, you want to get out. Well, remember guys, you're in a lockdown, so your feelings and all of the stuff that's happening around you at any given moment, you're giving off an energy. That energy sticks to everything. By saging your house, and please watch the video because many people sage wrong. They don't really know how to sage a house properly. Watch the video, it will tell you step by step how to sage properly. If you can't get sage anywhere, my website has it, but I'm sure you can find some at your local health store. Once you've saged the house, then you keep it cleansed and clean all the time by burning incense, which I always use Palo Santo. Always a beautiful stick to use. If you find it hard to burn Palo Santo, again, search for people who sell Palo Santo, which burns easy. Again, I have those products on my website. I'm not telling you to buy them. This is not what this is about, but it is important that you keep the energy high. I did a video with Lemon House. They've just created an amazing stick. If you go there, you buy the stick, you light the stick, and you just leave it going through the day, and that will lift the energy of your house. It is an amazing stick. It has all three beautiful sacred plants that is needed, an incense, to keep your vibration of the house high, including your own. So there's many things out there for you to use. The tools are there. So it's up to you. You can spend your day shopping on eBay or Amazon buying crap, or you can actually work on yourself and buy the tools that help you get to the place that you need to be, which is higher vibration, happiness, and most of all, inner peace. And that's what I work on every day. And I hope you can see that within me most of the time. Yes, we falter, we fall, we trip, we knee-jerk, but that's part of the journey. But the secret is, how quick do you overcome that? How quick do you overcome traumatic stress in your life when you may have had an argument or a fight? How quickly do you overcome that and not let that affect you for months? For me, every time I fall, it only takes me half an hour to a day to overcome that, and it's gone. Whereas prior to this work, it would take me weeks, if not months, and I would hold that inside me and feel sick and upset, and it would reoccur, the thought and feeling of that moment. So you can grow, you can become a very powerful energy of positivity if you know how to prepare yourself, look after yourself, and take care of all that you need in and around you at any given moment. So I'm going to get back to work now. I will continue sending the crystals to children as I promised. As long as my business does well, I will always honor that. And that's what we did today, and I'll be doing that on Monday. So thank you for your emails. We have plenty now. We've literally hundreds and hundreds. So we are going through each email with your name and address, and for the child to send the crystal to, because that's what we asked a while ago. Please send your name of your child and the address, and we will do the rest. So we've got plenty of emails now, literally thousands. So we're going through them one by one. So please be patient. That's all I can say. We've only got, three sets of hands, and that's it. So we're working on it daily. And thank you so much for supporting Mark Bajerski. Gift it forward, and we will continue supporting the world. All right, guys, I'm going now. Get to work. Take care of yourself. Have a great day. And thank you so much. And please, please, don't ever forget, no one has the power over you.